Welcome to week one of college football. What did we find out about college football during week zero? Well, we found out why it's called week zero. There was zero appeal in any of those games. Anyway, let us look back at the opening slate of college football for 2023, no matter how meager it was. How desperate were we to watch college football? How about waiting more than an hour to watch Hawaii at Vanderbilt? Has there ever been anything involving Vanderbilt football that justified waiting more than 2 minutes? At least I was not stuck in the stadium waiting for the end of the weather delay. It was nice to see Vanderbilt play a home game when the visiting team did not outnumber the Commodores' fans. Maybe Vanderbilt should schedule more teams from the Pacific Coast to even out the attendance in the future. I heard that the remnants of the Pacific 12 Conference may need some help filling out their schedules for next season. Hey, Oregon State and Washington State, how about calling Vanderbilt to set up a home and home series for both of your programs? Continuing with the theme of desperation, how badly did ESPN want to broadcast a college football game last Saturday? Answer: desperate enough to show Massachusetts at New Mexico State. In any other week, that matchup would have easily qualified as a pay-per-view. By pay-per-view, I mean that the viewers would have had to be paid to sit through that pillow fight. Top 10 ranked Southern California opened its season at home. Surprisingly, 77,500 spectators reportedly showed up to watch the game in the Los Angeles Mausoleum. Unfortunately, those were the only people who watched the game. Yes, the difficulty of locating the Pac 12 television network demonstrated one more glaring reason for the conference's pending demise. Speaking as an American, after what I viewed of the game in Dublin last Saturday, I sincerely hope that the Navy is more prepared to defend the shores of the United States than it is prepared to defend its own end zone. Midshipmen, thank you for your service to your country. However, you did a disservice to your country by giving all the fans of Notre Dame a reason to start crowing about a chance of winning a national title for the first time since several days before the start of the Bush administration. That is the administration of George Herbert Walker Bush, for those of you under the age of 40. Anyway, on to the first full week of college football. Those in charge of scheduling know that college football fans are so desperate to watch games for the first time since mid-January. Therefore, they serve up a bunch of cream puffs to be devoured by major conference teams. How about another sign of desperation? ABC is stringing out fans an extra day to watch the only matchup of ranked teams in week one. I have two questions going into this game. 1. Will LSU's special teams be a little bit less hideous than they were in last season's opener? Anyone recall the two muffed punts, a blocked field goal, and a blocked potential game-tying extra point on the final play of the game? Yikes. Secondly, why was LSU's defensive lineman Mason Smith suspended for the entire game for committing the same violation done by Johnny Manziel before the 2013 season? Johnny Football received payments for signing autographs more than 10 years before it was permitted, yet he was only suspended for the first half of the first game. Hey, NCAA, How about some consistency when administering discipline? That is all for this week. Check back next week for your shot of insight on college football with a heavy chaser of snark.